And we got white again. I guess that's good. Going parallel instead of diagonally opposite. So he had the chance if he wanted to grab d4. But if he didn't want to, he didn't have to. Okay, so when he's enclosing here, we have to play around r10 or maybe around q5. I'm trying to decide between like r5 and q10, or r10 rather. Yeah, let's just go for r5. r10, he can get, I mean, I think it is quite standard, but I don't want him to get an enclosure around r6, which is a large enclosure granted, but I'm not super comfortable invading those anyway. I'd rather make him either pincer me or run to like p4 or something, then I can extend near r10 anyway. Okay, he's gonna pincer. Yeah, I'm far from comfortable with this Joseki. I believe q6 is a reasonable move. He can't cap. He probably plays around n3. p5 also an option. If he goes o3 or something, then q10-ish. q10, he jumps out to o5. Sorry, o8. Yeah, if he jumps out to o8, I can play r8. Make it awkward. I have no idea what the Joseki here is. I'm just, I'm kind of playing from first principles. So if he jumps out at o8 now, kind of surprised at o4. I expected like n3 maybe. o8, r8, r7, cross cut. Yep. Should we redid all the variations after R7 crosscut, Q6. extend, then if he cuts here, we're fine with that. We can try underneath or try at R6, push down, capture Q8. Oh, this is really complicated. Quite complicated. Okay, so crosscut is what I had in mind. Now that I see it, do I still want it? Please R9. R9, S8. Pushes at S6. Try. Okay, so that's fine. If he plays Q6, I go to P7. Yeah, this should be fine. If he goes Q6 and I go P7, then he can't go Q5 because Atari captured Q4. If he plays R9, I'm happy to just descend to S8. Either way he blocks, I'll have plenty of liberties. More than R7 anyway. Okay, cool. So he just connected there. So I can just firm up the shape with S7. He goes to R9. We connect. Then he needs another move to protect the Q9 cutting point. And we get Sente. Seems fine. Yeah. Do I want to push at S9 first, or just Tanuki grab C9 right away? I think I want to keep the Aji. I'm quite alive here anyway. So far this seems fine for white. We have Aji to damage the thickness he's gotten in exchange for letting us live here. These two stones aren't doing much. They're not certainly not grabbing the corner, although he has like S4 and Sente. S3 might be a big move for us, but not as big as C9 probably. Okay. K16, he's clearly aiming for something big around the top right. Maybe now's the time to grab S10? No, it's not. This is still like highly invadable from a lot of directions. I move around k3 and s3 are both larger. I'm going to play k3 in order to make s4 and o5 mi. Okay, you didn't play s4, you played r4. Should work out to roughly the same thing. Do I need to play s5 first? I'm just going to play o5. It's equivalent for me to lose an eye here versus to escape to k4 here. Not a huge difference. Okay. Okay. Now that I look at it, this exchange doesn't actually seem good for white. Actually seems kind of terrible for white. I should probably not have played o5. I should just play this to become firmly alive. Try to aim for m3. Okay. Okay, so he's got the corner quite firmly. You can play m3 for some profit, but I think d5 is better. It gets a similarly sized corner, most likely. Move around p15 is also potentially valuable. If he plays all three now, I like d5 for making k3 actually look good. L3 would also be, I think, quite threatening, because I could threaten like O2. Well, N2, maybe O2. Okay, F17 is certainly big, works well with K16. If I play D14, he will probably invade at the 3-3, leaving me with just one corner out of 3. If I play d14 and he plays c17, I'd probably go c16. As over-concentrated as it looks, and then aim for like k10. I wonder if d5 should have been at f17-ish. The move I'm actually considering here is e15. If I play 15 and he double pincers a c14. No, c9 is too low for that. Okay, I'm just going to do the normal boring thing. Huh. I never know how to react to these weird invasions. Well, it's nice to see he didn't grab c17. c3 is way more palatable to me. Okay, I'm just gonna go with my instinct, play c4. If he goes d2, I crosscut. Atari's at e3 capture, let him get out with like g3 or something, that's fine. Or h3. trying to see the viability of both K10 and maybe even a move like M8. What? What on earth is E3? It's not a move you see every day. I feel like just D2 does everything I need. Okay, well, if I just go here, or here, and if he cuts at D4, the aim I think is to cut at D4, target at C5, and then ladder at D6. And if instead of instead of squeezing at B3, if instead I just went to B4, I would be in trouble with C2. This all makes sense now. So if I go here, he'll probably just play H4. There's gotta be a clever response to D4. How's E5? If I go E5, he plays D4. I target C3, he gets E2 and Sente. I capture. Okay, I like that. There's something in my eye. If I can end this in Sente, I'm probably going to go for M3, trying to grab, you know, H3. But also threatening like O2, of course. Oh, hi Jace, though. Okay. So G4 is not quite as ambitious as H3, I think. Um, that's interesting. I didn't know this is standard. Thank you for filling me in. D4. I feel like I didn't play D4. I played D5, but I think that accomplishes the same goal. Nice simple move that just keeps Sente, and now I have Sente, and now I need to decide what to do with it. I actually don't think playing like F5 is very bad. He'll have to go like H3 or something. I could play H3. That would clearly be Sente. If I get H3 and F5, then his shape is in trouble. D4 instead of E5. Are they that different? The cut can be very nasty. But the idea with E5 is now like... Yeah, I suppose later on that could be an issue. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I still don't think this is bad just because it increases the influence here, but yeah, you're right. I have to watch out for D4 now. Even though D6 directly isn't going to work, something else later might, especially if he gets F5 or something, then he can just play C6 and maybe make life while I rush to save my cutting stones. But for now, let's think about H3 followed by M3. I guess that's good. I certainly don't want him to play J3. And even if he plays G3, I've still got E2, F5 later to prevent knives. Oh, he's going for the cut right now. Really? Okay. Let's see what happens. He plays C5, I capture. Or maybe not capture. No, actually I do capture because I don't want E2 to be sent anymore. He can remove an eye with B4. But I should still have eye space, I think. Maybe. Okay, so he just plays E5. Cool. Okay, so he's just trying to make life himself. So now I can just play C5 and be safe forever. Do I have to worry about B4, B4, connect? C2, B2, no, I'm fine. He does get E2 and Sente, that's okay. H3 still seems perfectly placed. I'm happy with C6 here. The focus of the game is now quite clearly on the K4 stone / group. Okay, yeah, there's your E2 and Sente. You earned it. Now he probably plays on like N5 or something. if he does play n5, I think I just m3. If you play something like L3, then H5. Try to keep some pressure on the E4 group. C17 is still open. Okay, so he just caps with K6. I think I'm happy to just try to make life with N3. If you play something really aggressive like K2, then I can still try to get out with J6 or something. This at least starts to establish a base. H5 is still a possibility. Okay, N3. That's fine. So now I can just play M2. Yeah, I can certainly make life now. He's still got some awkwardness left around O2. Yeah, wow, look at that. Look at that ugly shape from our opponent. So G3 makes it a false eye, as well as increasing our base. If he plays G2, H2 Sente, easily live with K2. So yeah, this all seems fine. Actually, if he plays G2, I don't even need to play, so I can play F3 and then F2 to not capture. But seriously screw up the shape. Yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy here. And we're ahead on time. Yeah, Black wishes that there wasn't a white stone at h3. Yeah. C17 is still open. Okay, there we go. So he plays G7. So that group is solid now, but so are mine. My opponent's threatening a large framework on the top, which is now my highest priority. I'm not even that worried about C17 anymore, for that reason that I can play D17 and use that to jump in at H something. But I do need to do something with the right. I think P15 is the spot that stands out to me. If he plays like M17, I have R15. If he plays like Q15, I have O17. Not sure how good O17 is. Not sure what a better spot would be though. Yeah, I'm gonna go with P15. Yeah, I'm really not sure I agree with my opponent playing N3 and N2 here. I feel like he'd just let me solve all my problems on the bottom side. Then again, he is making like 20 points of territory here, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 max. Probably more like 15. Yeah, if I can just reduce the top right, live with P15, then I feel like we're in good shape. Okay, Q14, pretty much what we expected. Not too bad for us because it still leaves S10-ish open. Our follow-up here is going to be 017. I see no reason to change that plan. Okay. 016, that's the most aggressive option he had. You can see my cursor by itself has decided to hover over P16, which would be an option if not for the ladder breaker around G7. Yeah, unless this is how I can use Q10. That is, I think I'll use Q10 when I play like R9. Or S10, sorry, not R9. S10. I think that's the only time I'm going to get IG out of it. This thickness here is just too good. If I just do the cut here and he plays like 017, sorry, N17. Yeah, this is complicated. I'm not sure what the right way to make shape here is. Assume I have to play P16. Okay. I was hoping for Q17 because now N17, he can't really just play N16 here. N16 would be very bad for black. So instead he has to play something like N15. Yeah. Which lets me do this. If he plays M16, I Atari. And again, the ladder doesn't work for me. Okay, if I play L17 and he plays K17, then M15 no longer admits M16. Which is good for me. I could play K18 maybe. Yeah, I think K18 is solid. Sure, the title of the broadcast is completely wrong. It's not Creator's Invitation, Invitational, but rather the Nova League. Update. What M18? M18 is... No, M18 is nothing. Oh wow, Little Lamb versus Toya. That is going to be a good one. I don't think I'll be done here in 8 minutes, but I'll catch it whenever it is done. Shoot, is that being broadcast anywhere? Because if it is, I'll host it on my channel. Oh, okay. You'll be streaming on your channel? Cool. I will host you as soon as I'm done here. Okay, so he's just going to play the solid thing that captures P16, P15. Just fine. I can reduce this area just fine by playing S10. So I'm happy with this. I can make life with this group now. Just with something simple like H17 is... I don't know, actually does H17 have problems with like J18? No, I don't think it does. Even if he can cut these two stones off, I'd be able to like jump out at H15 and swallow this whole stone. And then, well, assuming he doesn't play C17. Thank you. But I actually still have to go to work after this. My phone's Canadian as well. Okay, so I'm worried about K17 if I play J7. H17, I'm worried about J18. J18, J17, L18. Connect up to K17. He cuts at L17, so I can't do that. Do J17, L18, L17. If he Ataris, I capture with M18 and I'm safe. So this should be fine. Okay. So he's just making thickness for here. I need to live, so I just need to play H17. Oh, I agreed is nice. His thickness here is really nice. This is going to be quite threatening. Quite difficult to overcome. But I think we're alive here for the moment. If I play the Hane here, so complicated. I certainly can't let him get the corner as well. I just sort of passively grab the corner with d17. Then he plays like f15 and... no, f15 is too small. On g17, g16, e17. Or sorry, h18, e17. Who knows? I'm just going to do e17. Threaten to connect underneath at f18 or to cut at f16. If he wants to just jump in at c17, I'm actually okay with that. Because I can capture with f16. As long as I'm not enabling h18, this is fine. This would be too much, right? If he grabs d17, I connect, he grabs c17, he has the corner. Yeah, I think I need the corner here. Okay. Okay. So now, back to needing to reduce this. I think this does it in kind of large scale way. I'm not too worried about moves that try to get in around e8 because I'm happy to just be reduced a little here in exchange for j9. And if not, then I can go f14, make territory. We're back to time parity. It's all about reductions now, I think. I think we have a winnable game here as long as I can reduce. Yeah. Reducing is what's happening here. If I go here, can he play R10? If he plays R10, I play S11. Sorry, S10, not R10. Of course he can play R10. If he plays R10, I just play S12, S11. Can he play S10? I'll play S11. He can't go to T10, he has to connect. Yeah, so I can get quite a good reduction here. Whereas if he plays S9, no chance I'm getting any further. Is S11 safe? Yeah, it should be safe. L18, L17. He can cut Iatari. He can capture these two stones with L18 most likely, but that's okay. That would be guaranteed life for the rest of it. And even after he captures those two stones, I still have F18 and Sente then. Which, yeah, I mean, that's like an extra 5 points for him. Okay, so I'm just gonna poke in a little bit more. Solid reductions here. I mean, imagine how much worse this would be if Black had just gotten S9. I think he needs one more move. Oh, he doesn't need one more move here. Okay. Okay, so I have more Aji there later. Okay, so now maybe I need to worry about L18. But I also could just play G14. If he plays L18, I give up those two stones, that's fine. I think this is worth more than those two stones. Oh. That I was not expecting. But it works. If I go D19, he goes C17 threatening the cut, I connect. Okay, so I'm clearly not going to do that. Could just play this, D19, and then C17, give up some points. Or I could play C17. Try to not even give up Sente here. Do I have any agi around R15? R15, R14, S15, S14. No, probably not. This is fine. I can maybe even get away with not connecting here. What's my next biggest move? There's a lot of big moves. I mean, L18 for the reasons above. Or L17 rather. Yeah, I think I need another move here now. Yeah, I think I'm going to just play H18 to save all my stones and guarantee the life. I'm not actually sure that this is necessary, but I think it is. L18. So if he wants to grab D17, that's okay. Welcome back, Shu. Okay, so I can make a fairly large ko here. But I don't think I'm winning any co-fights. I'm the one with weaknesses around K2 and L18. So no co-fighting for me. I'm just gonna have to give up the corner. But I'm giving the corner up in goat in like. Well, he needs another move here if he wants to keep most of it. I still have D18 later if I want it, so not a tragedy. R12 is available to reduce here. So black has like 18 points here. Who knows how many points there are? Maybe only like 5. And okay, he's gonna make at least 10 points here. It's like 32. Okay, so he's got 32 solid points, and then however much he gets in this area. How many points do we have? We're gonna make like maybe 10 total between these two groups. And way more than 22 here. Plus Comey. So we're ahead on raw territory. Oh, what? Okay, I did not think that that was a real threat. Okay, well, F3 for sure is a threat. So if we play F3, F2. So let's play F3 first, because that is an important forcing move that we for sure want. And it helps us make G2 worse. Okay, so if we just play here and he plays J3, we block and he cuts. That looks like Little Amber's toy has started. Then we play J3 and then connect. We're way ahead on that Liberty race, so that should be fine. Wow, thank you, Lopez. That's quite a compliment. We're ahead on time again. My opponent's spending a lot of time thinking here. Makes me wonder if he is looking for a kill. If there is a kill, it's going to involve J3. But I don't think there is one. J3, H2 maybe. Okay, no. Okay, well. If I go here and he goes J2, then I have to play J3. Then he connects underneath at G1. Does that work for him? K3, J3. No. Okay, so he's going to go J2, J3, G1. Then I'm going to go F1. He's going to have to cut. No, I'm going to go F1. Then I'm going to go H1. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so I think K3 is okay. What about just playing J3? Then his G1 doesn't work anymore. No, actually, G1 will still work. For some definition of work. If I go here and he plays G1, I can go F1, force him to cut at F2, Atari at H1, he connects, I cut. And then hope that's a live shape. That is interesting. I could play J2, then if he plays... Yeah, J2 threatens an I, and then if he plays K3, I can always just J3. So I think J2 might just be the right answer here. K3, J3 or K3, J4? Probably either one works. We're still neck and neck on time. Okay. I agree that that's probably the biggest move. Or something like it. It's also a very hard move for me to deal with. If I go in any further, he's gonna cut around d12. But if I back up to e12, then he can defend at h14. Yeah, it's got to be this, but I have to be prepared for g14 or h14. I have to make use of the g9 stone. The g9 stone is the most important thing here. Okay. Just trying to contain g9. We have good enough shape here, right? If he cuts at e9, we're okay. If he wants to just grip the e12 stone, it's okay too. Yeah, this is all okay. He's going to play e13 now. Minor reduction, but we're still quite okay. E14 is Atari. It's quite useful. This is getting irreducible now. It's a huge problem. Probably have to get desperate soon. Yeah, okay, so this just prevents the 14 thing. I need a way to reduce this. probably need to do something crazy at some point. Otherwise the center is just too big. Yeah, Q13 is the only crazy thing I can think of. If he plays at R13, I'm going to cross-cut and hope for the best. The time pressure might work out in my favor, because I need him to mess something up around Q13. And the obvious move here is just R13. That is, I'm assuming, what he's going to play. He's probably just trying to read the follow-ups, I guess. But seeing as R13 is the only move here, I don't know why he doesn't just play it and only worry about the variations that actually happen once I play my response. Yeah. So if we go here and he cuts, yeah, so cross-cut's the only move. It's not even very good because he can just play R12. Yeah, we're screwed, I think. I have to get quite lucky here. If we play R15 and he goes S13, then we can play P13. And crazily try to get the second eye somewhere. No, there's no chance. No chance at all. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can do. I just didn't really see R12. I think this is strictly worse than S13, but maybe it confuses him. If he tanukis, I kind of have something interesting with P14. P14, boom, boom, Atari, boom. Cut at R17. It's interesting, at least. I don't think it works, but it's interesting. I mean, I can give those two stones up and try to go for P14 here. Let's just try and be crazy. We have to be crazy or else the center is going to be too big. Okay, we're both on Byoyomi now. Wasn't there a net at Q15? I'll have to look at that variation. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Okay, so he's just going for the stones here, which potentially leaves me with some sort of cool test G here. So here's our hope. And there's no time to actually figure it out. We have to just hope. Hope and pray. Not that I realistically think there is anything there. Yeah. Have to always keep in mind how I'm going to respond to Q15. Oh, no, there's nothing. Okay, well we can at least grab a corner here now. Three time periods, or 4 rather. If I can somehow get the Q18 Libri, then I can actually capture with Q16. Maybe he thinks that's what I'm going for. He's down to 3 time periods now. He's down to 2 time periods now. Okay, that is the obvious move. If I go here and he tanukis, then I have T16 a little bit later. Okay, so we can leave this area for now. There's still some logic here though. If I can get Q18 in. Q18 and Sente. And he's in time trouble now, so I can maybe turn this reduction into more than I deserve. Yeah, this is too far. My mistake. I don't know how I misread that. I should have just played H10 myself. I'm giving him time periods too. Well, there's some logic here now. If he plays E14 and then cuts it at 15, then I can use the H11 stone to Atari. And then when he cuts at G11, I can capture at G12. So what that means is that I actually can, yeah, so I can actually connect to here now. So he probably just plays G11. Then I can grab B14. Yeah. Can I be more aggressive? Can I go all the way down here? No. Most I can do is this. reduction tactics. Yeah. Okay. So I can push now freely at least once or twice. This works because it's me to connect to either M4 or O5. Did I miss something here? Q18, Q19, Ataris connected. I have to do this. Ah, I did miss something. Okay, so I have to give those 3 stones after all. So I don't even get that. On the other hand, I do get this. Well played, well played. Overextending a bit here, trying to force a mistake. Time. Okay. Okay, well that was a decent reduction there, and if I can follow it up with cutting this. Okay, so if I just do this, then he double Ataris and I lose it all. But if I just go down, I might be able to just capture this entire thing here. If I go here and he double atari, so now ooh. Ah, did I make... No, I didn't make the time control by like half a second. Pretty sure it's wrong if anyway, but still. Okay, well, I'm making some points here. Or am I? No, I'm not, because he can just play off there. Oh, actually, no, this is good. If I go here... Yeah. So I am going to end up with a couple more points than I strictly deserved, if everything stays connected here. Assuming I don't just lose to K3 or something weird. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, okay. After all this, and I just lose to a stupid test sheet that I should have seen coming. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a good game. I was completely dead anyway. I think even without this, I would have just lost. I would have just lost on points, even if this hadn't been an issue. So I'm going to do the review later tonight because I do have to run to work now, but that was a really good game. Yeah, I let the center be an issue for too long. Yeah, let's use this. I let him build it up for too long. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna host the CI game now and just run off to work. Thank you everyone for watching.